together, isn't it?
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, your name here says Sally. Is that really your name?
No, not really. Actually, this account is for
Mhm.
my daughter.
Ah, I see. Okay, then what is your name, sir?
My English name goes by Arnold.
Arnold. Ah, I see. Nice meeting you, Arnold. Well, as
Mhm.
you can see, my name is Daps. D-A-P-S.
Dabs.
Yeah.
Dabs. Okay, nice to
Yeah.
meet you. Dabs, where are you?
Okay. Well, I'm currently at home because, we
Uh,
were required to work at home because of the virus.
you are working from home.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I see that you're in your office, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Well, Arnold, if you have any questions or if you think I'm speaking too fast, you can just tell
Mhm.
me.
Okay,
Okay?
no problem.
Good. So you sent me the material that we are going to talk about for today.
Okay,
I assume that you already read it, right?
yes, that's right.
Yeah. Okay, great. So Arnold, what can you say about this article?
Okay, this article is all about complaint
Mhm.
from
Yeah.
people. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's true.
the people who live in the Florida in the USA.
Mhm. Mhm.
Some of them they really hate to wear their own
Mhm.
masks in this
Mhm.
situation.
Mhm.
But
I see. Mhm. Mhm.
to as you know, to what they call it, to stop spreading this kind of
Mhm.
COVID-19, most of
Mhm.
governments recommend the people to wear
Mhm.
their own masks,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, that's true.
So that's the reason why this article is really issued in all over the world.
I see. Well, yeah, this has been an issue months ago since Trump tried to tell every person
Yeah,
or all over the world that wearing a mask is really unnecessary,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But after a few months or after a few days, he retracted or he like ate his words, isn't it? Because he already wore face mask himself, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's true. And it's becoming an issue because, you know, people always follow him, especially his supporters, isn't
Exactly,
it?
because he is
Hmm.
one of the celebrities, right?
Yeah.
So every single word or every single
Hmm.
action from him
Hmm.
can influence a majority, right?
Yes, that's true,
Mm,
especially from his supporters.
yeah.
You know, his supporters are having an issue until now because they really don't wear masks, right? Yeah, until now.
Yeah.
I just watched the news like yesterday,
Mm,
wherein because they have rallies, right?
yeah, exactly.
Because election is already coming in the USA, so they have
Yeah.
rallies, they do election stuff, and when you look at his supporters,
Yeah.
they're not wearing any mask, which is a bad thing, isn't it?
They are crazy.
Yeah, I
Mm,
know. But looking at their leader,
mhm.
you can tell also, right?
Yeah, it's totally their fault, actually.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
the United States is currently top linked
Mhm.
on the confirmed
Mhm.
cases in these days when it comes to COVID-19,
Yes,
right?
that's true.
So it is it is totally unfair. Mm.
Yeah. Well, what can you say about, the people who are having their own opinion about this? Are
I
they correct, or
no,
do you
I
think it's foolish?
as you know, actually we have been
Mhm.
suffering from this COVID-19 around 8 months already,
Mhm.
9 months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
as you know, wearing a
Mhm.
mask and uh, keeping personal hygiene is really
Mhm.
inconvenient for everybody, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So that's the reason why some people who live in Florida related to
Mhm.
this kind of article, I think they are
Mhm.
too selfish.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true.
Mm,
There have been a lot of protests
yeah.
that have been happening in the past few months in USA
Hmm.
because they have a lot of issues, right?
Hmm.
Like, Black Lives Matter.
Hmm.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter, the coronavirus spreading,
You
wearing of
mean the
masks.
Black White Matter means the racism, right?
Yes, the Black Lives Matter.
Is it
Yeah.
common expression?
Yeah, no, that is their slogan or their
Slogan.
own phrase.
Black
Yeah,
Lives Matter.
yeah, that is their
Okay.
slogan in
Okay.
protesting. It's like they use that because,
Mhm.
because of the, what you call that, police brutality that
Mhm.
has happened, isn't it?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so Black Lives Matter, a lot of people are really protesting around the world, or around the world, but
Yeah.
mostly in US because they really think that, the treatment of the government, especially the
Yeah.
leader, is really racist,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There was also a time that he called Chinese people,
Mhm.
the main cause, or he blamed the Chinese people the main cause of this coronavirus,
Mhm. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which is not a good thing, actually.
Yeah.
Um, mhm,
Exactly. I think so too.
mhm,
Especially when I go to the United States for when I went to the United States for business trip,
mhm,
I've heard that there are so many racism when it comes to
mhm,
black and white
mhm, mhm.
people.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they even call Chinese people yellow, or people from
Yellow. Yeah.
Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Which is not good,
Yeah.
really.
Exactly.
We're living in 2020 already. We have a new decade, but
Yeah.
still, racism is present,
Exactly.
isn't it?
But
I see.
actually,
Mhm.
in the past, when I went to the United
Mhm.
States, I met
Mhm.
a black guy on the street in the
Mhm.
midnight.
Mhm.
Actually, I got really fearful because
Nice.
there is a person, there was a person
Mhm.
on the street, but
Yeah.
he is a black guy, so I
Yeah.
cannot not I was not able to notice a
Mhm.
person
Mhm.
except
Mhm.
his eyes and his palm.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the reason
I see.
why I think the black guy is really um, it was giving me very uh, what they call
Mhm.
this. It's a
Mhm.
really dangerous people
Mm.
person to me. So
I see. Okay.
mm,
Well, those are impressions. We call
yes,
that impression, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah, even for me, the first time I saw a black guy was in college, because
Hmm.
here in the Philippines,
Hmm.
you have lots of foreigners, right?
Okay,
Wherein they want to study here.
okay.
The first time I saw a black guy was, he was very tall and he was
Hmm.
very masculine, and he was like, wearing the usual clothes and simple clothes. And then he approached me, and I was surprised because he was approaching me, and then he spoke in English, which he was only asking for directions,
Yeah.
and I told him the correct directions to where to find this kind of place, and then
Okay,
he
okay.
said thank you. Yeah,
Hmm.
and then I thought that when you're going to talk to someone who is like you know um, a black person, you will feel something that is really strange. But then
Exactly.
again,
Yeah.
I realized that I was only talking to a human. You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Actually,
he was just asking for a direction on where to go to this kind of
yeah.
place,
Yeah, I
and
think so too.
it was all good.
It can be a first impression of him, right? So
Yeah.
after taking some conversation together, maybe
Yeah.
our impression will be changed, right?
Yes, that's
Mm.
true. A lot of people mistreat or
Hmm.
have this concept wherein black people are, this kind of
Mhm.
people, but I think no, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, they have their own ways, they have their own culture, the same as us. We have our own ways, we have our own
Mhm.
culture, wherein, we should just respect each other, right?
Yeah, exactly. Especially in the United States, we call it
Hmm.
like this: the America is a melting
Hmm.
pot of many different cultures.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
You can see a lot of races there,
Yeah.
but that has been an issue for decades already, right?
Yeah.
Being racist.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So there we go. Now, has there been a similar thing that has happened in Korea, like a protest also?
No, not really. I haven't. I have heard news very
Mhm.
sometimes a
Mhm.
guy or a woman
Mhm.
really refuse to wear his or her own mask in the
Mhm.
subway station or in the bus.
Uh huh. Yeah.
That is not the large group of protest. It is just a
Ah.
personal complaint.
Mhm. I see. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. It's subjective, right?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Well, do you think these
Mhm.
people who are protesting have a good cause in, protesting to not wear masks?
Mhm.
Mm?
I'm sorry. What's your point? What's your question again?
Do you think they
Hmm.
have their own point in protesting that they shouldn't wear masks?
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm?
Actually, I don't know.
Mhm.
At the very beginning of this class, I think they, even though they have their own reason why,
Mhm.
but that they are the small group
Mhm.
of people
Mhm.
compared
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
or compared to all in all over the world people, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So uh, yeah, I could not agree with you with them. Yeah.
I see.
Mhm.
Okay. How about their take on following the president's leadership?
Leadership.
Do you think, yeah,
Mhm.
do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing?
In these days,
Mhm.
Donald Trump have a big vote election again, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
at the very beginning of this COVID-19, the
Mhm.
Donald Trump also didn't wear his own
Mhm.
mask, but
Mhm.
I think Donald Trump has a election in a near future. Maybe Donald Trump is doing something
Mhm.
strategically,
What?
strategically,
Strategically.
yes, to
Mm.
get the big support, right?
I see.
Hmm.
Okay.
So, so, and then in these
Mhm.
days, as you mentioned already,
Mhm.
he he dealt with the black and white racism
Mhm.
problem in the one
Mhm.
way.
Mhm.
So there was so many bad feedbacks from their
Mhm.
people.
Mhm. Mhm.
So in this time of uh, in this time, actually, Donald Trump have need a ton of events to
Mhm.
win the big vote or election, right?
Yes, that's
Mm.
true.
So
You
maybe
think he's gonna win?
I don't think so, but maybe he will do
Mhm.
anything to win the election.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
he wants to sit on the position again,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
I see. Okay. Here it proves that you can see the effects of what power can do to men, right?
Yeah.
Uh, if the leader is really powerful and then
Yeah.
once he says something that can be done or that can
Yeah.
be followed or be a trend to
Yeah.
the nation,
Exactly.
people will really follow it,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. How about the governance there in Korea? Is it the same
Yeah, of
or no?
course. Of course, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I
Mm-hmm.
think our president is doing really well. Because
Mm-hmm.
of that,
Mm-hmm.
um, our government action against
Mm-hmm.
COVID-19 is really
Mm-hmm.
famous in all over the world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It is true.
So I am really proud of having this kind of a president.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. So that's the reason why his action or his word really influence for Korean people.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I see. Is there a reason why they really trust the president?
Yes,
What is it?
actually, because of his policy to deal with
Mm-hmm.
this COVID-19 here in our country
Mm-hmm.
is taking effect. So that's the reason why our country is ranked uh, top in the world to
Mm-hmm. Top
suppress the
performing.
yeah
Mm-hmm.
to suppress the COVID-19
Mm-hmm.
in these days, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why we can trust him and we can trust his government.
I see. Okay. Well, at least you know your government, right?
Yeah,
Unlike the other countries, they
yeah,
think that the government is the enemy. They think that the government is something that they don't trust. But I'm not
Mhm.
sure why people think that way. If they had thought about that way in the first place, why did they elect him to be the president, right?
Yeah,
So it's kind of a logical way or a subjective way wherein people will really try to tell what
Mhm.
is wrong and what is right.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
at
Mhm.
first, it is a easy way. It is really easy to tell
Mhm.
them uh, what is good for them, right?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
except it doesn't apply to you.
Mhm.
But if it is you that who are dealing with this kind of problem, it is really
Mhm.
difficult for you to deal with this kind of situation, right?
Yeah, that's
Mm,
true.
mm,
It's like, yeah, you have lots of promises that you will change the country into this, into
yeah,
that, but then we can't see the outcome, right?
yeah,
Though there are little changes, but where is the overall thing? Like, how can you change the people's mindset into not hate you?
yeah.
Isn't it?
It is easier said than done, right?
Yeah, that's true. Because of his actions as well,
Hmm.
right? All of he does, all he does is, and then after a few days,
Hmm.
he's going to retract what he said and then think about it
Yeah.
further, and then
Mm.
people will forget about it, and then no one's talking about it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, great.
Hmm.
Well, Arnold, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very
Um,
much.
yeah, thank you too very much for
Hmm.
evaluating me. I hope you had a fun time having my class. I hope to see you again too soon. Okay?
No problem, teacher Debs. It was really nice meeting you, and then you are great. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you. The pleasure is all mine.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so be safe. Take care of your way going to work because I think you're in your office, right?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and happy
Okay.
Chuseok. Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye.